one. Hello, everybody. Molly Stone Bibb, executive leader with Avon, reaching out to you, hopefully helping leaders that are out there who are starting their teams. Hopefully, people who say, I don't know what to give my new team members when they start out. I don't know. I don't know what really I'm doing. I mean, I think I'm giving them what they need, but maybe I'm giving them too much and I'm just not sure. And what do I do? And I get that, and I did a video some time ago when some things were different with Avon and we were calling it the Avon Bible. But now with so many online signups and things like that, now is the time where we are trying to, I was reestablishing what I do. And every time that I put the packets out there that I send to my team, or I talk about sending the emails to my team, everybody's like, oh, what are you sending? Please share it. But it's really hard to share something and not really put an explanation with it. Because I don't just want to share something with you that you can pick up and just change and put your name on it. And then you just go use that because, listen, it's not yours then. It's not yours. You're going to see stuff on what I'm sharing with you on files in the Onward No Matter group, no matter what group, that you're going to say, oh, well, I don't know whether to put that because, Molly's talking about what she does. Well, there are some things you may want to put on there. You may want to share the Onward No Matter What group. You may want to share Lisa Scola's Success with Scola group. You may want to share Tuesdays with Teresa group. You may want to share Monday Madness with Lisa Wilbur. I share all of that eventually with my team because I know who I want my team to follow. But what I want to get through to you really tonight, especially, look, this doesn't matter if you're a veteran leader and you feel like you're really going nowhere, you don't have anything on your own that you're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing a little bit of everything. That's okay because sometimes that's what it requires. But what I know is that I had to really think, if I was a newbie again, one, what did I get from my upline when I was a newbie that I really appreciated? When I look back, I'm really glad that I had that. And then if I was a newbie speaking now remember, I started a little over 11 years ago. So now with so much that Avon gives us, what is it that I would want? What would I want to put my hands on? What would I want to be able to say, oh, I can go back to my leader's email and click, I can click on that. I am going to tell you that it's okay if you don't use anything that I put, or maybe you use a lot of it, but you're not sure how to put it together. Um, that's okay too, because look, y'all hear me say it and you'll read my words all the time. There is not one way to run this Avon business. There are many ways, but what you have to figure out is what is the best way for you to run your Avon business. And I'm talking the leader side of it. It's true with the sales side, but also when you're talking to your leaders and to be able to bend. Because sometimes what one person on your team needs, you may have to go the extra mile for that somebody who's not getting what it is that you're trying to share with them. But what basic information are you giving them so that if you sent them this information by snail mail, email, however you're doing it, and you were to get hit by a bus tomorrow, could they take what you send them and could they take off and run their business and have a great start? Yes, we have Avon University, and I really love a lot of what they've done with that. Yes, we have social media, but you know what? I look at just my group, and we have close to 12,000 members in that group, and sometimes I get so frustrated because people in that group want to just answer questions to say that they answered questions. They ain't got the right answer, or whatever it may be. They just answering questions, and I'm looking at it with my head all cocked like a dog going, what did they just say? But we try to, take all that and get it out of there, because for me, if you're not giving them the correct information, it's going to frustrate them. They are going to say, I can't do this. They are going to say, this is too hard. So when you get these files of mine and these things that we're going over, you're going to be able to say, I don't think my team really needs that. Well, it's going to be in a Word document. So you will be able to save it to your computer, not go in and change mine. You're going to be able to save it, go in and take out what you want to take out. Some of you are going to say, I don't want to change anything. If Molly uses this is probably great. And I'm just going to slap my name on it and we're just going to pretend like I'm Molly with the big hair. Well, you go ahead. You can do that too if you want to. But I really want you to think, sometimes when you look at somebody else's document, look, I can remember when I would ask Teresa Paul, Teresa, send me some of the stuff you use for fundraising. Show me what it is that you give to schools and places like that. Teresa, I just want to figure out. And I could have very well taken everything that Teresa Paul gave me. And I could have very well just taken it, slapped her name off of it, and slapped my name on it for sure. But, I wanted it to reflect me. Because if they talk to me, I want them to think, yep, I hear this coming from her. So I'm hoping this is going to give you an idea of what you can use. First of all, I want you to know before I talk about what I send, how I send it. I have learned in my 11 years with Avon, and look, they gonna be people who say, no, Molly's not right. Look, it doesn't mean Molly's not right. It just means Molly likes to cover all the angles. And I like to do it. There are people who do what I'm going to share with you. What they do is bigger and more expensive to do. I'm not at that bigger and more expensive state yet. I'm at that in between. I want to give them what they need, but I don't want to spend $8 sending it to them. So that's me. And not to mention, yes, I know how it is. Sometimes no matter what you send them, they don't do nothing, honey. That's just how it is. Some people spend $15 to have a kit shipped to them and they set it by the wall and they never pick it up again and they don't pick up the phone for you and they don't text you and you go, oh my gosh, what have I done wrong? Sister and brother, it is most of the time not you, so that you know. It is the fact that they only had to invest $15 in something, which may be lunch for them somewhere, unless you shopping off the dollar menu at McDonald's, okay? That could be lunch for them, and they don't really care. If they choose not to pick it up, then they don't. Yes, we always leave the door open for them, but that's how it is. So, how do I send things? Well, obviously, I always try to reach out to anybody who, if I can't reach them by phone when they sign up, especially onliners, this is completely different than meeting people in person. But with Alma out there and Lead Share and Lead Buy right now, we're not going to get into that, newbies. If you don't know what that is, you can go to Leadership and you can read about it because this is not a YouTube or a call about what Alma is, but where you can either earn leads or you can buy leads of people who could be interested in an opportunity and some the Avon opportunity. With so many people signing up online, I know that I'm not going to be able to reach everybody. And I've got people in 44, 45 states. And I live in Maryland on the East Coast. I got one in Alaska. I got one in Hawaii. I got, California, got many there. I got them on the East Coast in Jersey and Virginia and all these other places in Kansas City and Illinois. And we can keep going. But the point is, some of them never meet me except my YouTube videos or to talk to me. Some of them are texters and they never hear my voice and they love texting. Number one rule for those who want to communicate with you, figure out what their rule of communication is. What is it that they're most comfortable with? Everybody in my first gen that I sign up, and we have close to 500 on our team. But everybody in my first gen, once they sign up, and I'm not telling you to do this, I'm telling you what I do. I love to make a connection with people who allow me to make a connection. And when you call in a whole bunch of people and them numbers start popping up, I don't know who they are. I need to know who they are. I like when somebody calls me that I can go, hey, Barb, how you doing? I'm so glad you reached back out to me. Or if it's Denise from Illinois, I can say, hey, Denise, what's up? Did you get your order on time? There are things, those names sometimes shake me. So I key those people in. I key them in with their name and their number and their email. And I also key in their account number, their district number, under the notes in my phone. And if you ain't got that, you ain't going to go bad if you don't got this. This is just what I do. You want to know? I'm sharing what I do. And I put what state they're in. How does that help me? Because what if I want to call somebody about their order? I do not want to call somebody who is already in bed. Okay. They're not going to like me very much if I do that. So I will put in their state that they're in. And I like to know that I'm connected. I do not do that with all three generations because I'm hoping my leaders are taking care of their team. But I do make myself available to my second and third gen, and I always will, or anybody lower who's in my team. I mean, shoot, I make myself available to y'all on the ONWARD group. So, when somebody from my second or third gen calls, I will key them in. I want to know who this is because one, I want to let their leader know, hey, they reached out to me. This is the information I gave them, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, that's what I do. But after I try to reach out to them by phone, and if they don't answer, and hopefully I can leave a message, and I know you get that, I'm sorry, their voicemail has not been set up. I'm like, oh Lord, here we go. Well, when that happens, most of the time I'll text them, hey, this is Molly. I'm one of your supports from Avon. Would love to talk to you and get you started. What's the best way? Look, sometimes they communicate with me, sometimes they don't. Number one, don't take it personally if they don't, okay? I had that problem too, so learn from my mistakes. Don't take it personally. I keep reaching out for the first 6 campaigns. I don't make a nuisance of myself, but I keep reaching out because maybe something's happened in their life. Who knows? Maybe they just haven't been able, maybe their phone was cut off and they were trying to get Avon in their life so they could pay for their phone bill and it didn't make it in time. Their phone may eventually be on. Okay. So there's all these reasons that those things can be happening. So you don't just want to make this sudden judgment call that either you're the worst person in the world or they're the rudest person in the world. You can't do that when you're a leader, people. You got to leave your frustrations at the door or go have the frustration in the corner and bang your head against the wall like I do sometimes. That's why I got some big hair going on because it kind of guards every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take it personally, but you got to move on. So yes, I reach out to them. And by the way, when I reach out to them, what do I say? I said, hey, want to welcome you to Avon. Wanted to let you know, would love to talk to you personally. But I have, and I don't say this until after I've done it, I say, I have emailed you a packet of information. You're going to see it come from molly7720@gmail.com. Please don't think it's spam. You're really going to need this to help get your business started. I am also snail mailing a packet to you with some of the repeat information and a little bit more. I think all of this can help you in your Avon journey, but I want you to know I'm there for you, and I would love to answer any questions that you have with this. Please feel free to reach out to me. Okay. So yes, I'm always reaching out. Yes, I make sure I know who it is who's answering the phone. And I put their information in there. So, okay, Molly, well, what do you do from there? Okay, well, what do I get together for them? Well, I have what I put together here. The first thing I do is at the very same time I am sitting at my desk, I am getting their email packet ready and I am getting their snail mail packet ready. And some of it consists of the same thing. Now, some of you will say, but Molly, we are in the age of social media. Why are you snail mailing anything? Because people, not everybody is into the social media, okay? Not everybody is going to check their email. It's sad. I wish they would. I would like to think that they would if they saw Avon in the regarding in the subject line, but that doesn't always happen. So I made a choice that I would make YouTube videos for my newbies, that I would reach out by mail because some people like to have that physical paper right there beside them that they can go, oh gosh, how do I do that? Or what's the number for that? That is what I do. But I also email a lot of the same stuff. Some of you will say, well, Molly, that's double work. Well, let me tell you something. When your check is going from $300 to $500 because something that you sent them worked, you don't care. You're like, it's all good. Let's do it. This is about covering all your bases for me. And again, I'm not telling you if you don't do this, you can't be successful. You know, there are many people doing it different ways than I do it probably, and they're probably very successful. But for me, when I put my head on my pillow at night, I want to know that I have reached out to everybody on my team when they first start out, because I want to make sure that if they take in the information, if they open that packet, if they open that email, if they look at those attachments, I have given them what they need. Not to mention, I have given them access to me. And that's how you have to view it with no matter what you use, okay? Um, so the first thing I sent out to them, and I have really condensed this, and what I have done is I have taken the information that I have in these 4 pages, and that's what I mail them. I call it my condensed version of Molly's Avon Bible. And you're going to love it because it's not nearly as big, okay? And it's easy to mail, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. What I mail to my team, and you can mail this different ways, okay? I mail it, and you're going to see if you watch the YouTube, because I'm showing you a lot of the stuff that I have here. I mail it in a 9x12 manila envelope because I don't like to fold it all up in a letter, but I'm going to let you know that when I first started and I didn't have a lot of money, I did fold up what I sent them. Of course, most of my stuff then, I was meeting people in person and we didn't have all this online signups. But when I did, I send it out. I want you to know that I believe in investing in stuff that makes people want to open the packet. So you all know what a big fan I am of www.lovemybuttons.com, and that is Mr. Roy Barsotti, and I love him and I love his work. And he does Avon pins and name tags and things like that. But what I really thought was great that he started doing when he was in the ONWARD Group a lot with me then, is he started making stickers where there's like 50 or 60 or maybe 70 to a page, maybe more, I don't know, of anything I wanted. And I'm trying to see if I didn't even think about having those out to show you guys, but I'm going to, because I think I have some right here. Yes, I do. Okay. So Roy made me some of these great things, little stickers, and I'm showing them on the YouTube, people, and I will try to take pictures for the ONWARD Group. It says, "Welcome to our Avon team," and it's super cool, but he has those. He has those on his site at www.lovemybuttons.com. Mary, Norma, I know you guys are out there tonight, so please make sure this stuff is out there for me. I love you guys. You're like my backup, like, note takers. I got to send you something awesome. I just really do, because y'all are wonderful. So, okay, so I put on the manila envelope, I put these stickers on there. And then the other one says he also made it up that says Avon Team Onward, and it has a pair of lips in the middle. And again, I will take pictures. I will put this stuff out there. You know how it is. Somebody sends you a birthday card and it has a happy birthday sticker, and you already know that it's for you and it's your birthday and you're really excited. So if they have any chance of being excited about this business, most of the time it's in the beginning. They're a little bit scared, but they're a little bit excited at the same time. So when they open this up, I want them to know this isn't just some trash. This is about Avon. I want you guys to know that. So I put these stickers on there. You guys know that I use stamps.com, and I have little stickers made up stamps that say Avon on them. That came later. Don't be putting no extra money out to have some extra stamps made if your tail can't afford it, because I didn't do it at the beginning and you don't have to either. A nice little stamp will do it. Also, what I send out, what does it cost me to send out this manila envelope with the information that I send them? According to what I send them, it costs me $1.64 is what it sends me to send this by snail mail. And again, if you put it in a regular envelope, it might cost you less. I don't, because this is what I've worked up to. Okay. So that's what I send it out in. And what I have here, you're going to see, this is, and what you're going to see in the group, I ran out of my yellow printer stuff, but it actually has more color in it than this, but it's okay. This says, this is your Avon welcome packet. And then it says, welcome to Team Onward. And this is just for me. Again, what did I do, guys? I made it personal. And by the way, I wanted them to know they were part of a team. And let me be clear, it doesn't matter if it's a team of 500, a team of 50, a team of 5, or it is your first recruit. Because regardless, you are starting a team and you want that new person to feel like they are part of something. So, how you word something instead of being so generic or just slapping some crap in an envelope and sending it to them, when they feel like they're part of something and they start to feel connected, you are their first positive source to everybody who's going to tell them this will never work for you. Oh my God, you did Avon. Let me tell you, I did Avon and I did Mary Kay and I did this and that, and it didn't work for me. And I'm like, well, tough on you, because this lady here, yeah, she says it works. So it says, congratulations on your new Avon business. And in this document, it says it gives them their account number, it gives them their district number, it tells them that their next order for campaign 24 is due, and I give them their due date. It tells them how to register their account online, very briefly. It tells them about training next, where they can go for training and at Avon University. It then tells them what they can earn. See, I am very, 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 very passionate about what they can earn. I want them to know right from the get-go. You'll see on here that I have put, you can earn with bunches of exclamation points. Representatives can receive free product samples and rebates for future campaign orders to use, demo, or sell with $100 order placed and paid in each of your first 5 campaigns. A bonus bundle is earned when the 5th order is placed of $100. Please look at the attached flyer in your email called Hit 100 Challenge. Okay, there's my first attachment. And by the way, I know a lot of this stuff is already in the ONWARD group, some of these flyers, but I'm going to attach all of this right behind my letters. I put right now 7 attachments to my email, okay? Because I feel like these 7 are the most important in the beginning. So you know that I'm putting the Hit 100, and also they call it the Hit 100 journey, where you're showing them and they can add, it's a tracker is what it is, and they know exactly what it is that they are doing. And oh wow, I did it this campaign, and oh wow, I did it that campaign. And when we talk, if we talk on the phone, we're going to talk about how they want to fill that in. But you know what? If I don't talk to them, they can figure it out because it gives them all the information. Then I go on to say that earning on all core products or below. And that if you order less than $50, you will be charged regular prices. See, I'm very upfront. Some people believe you should hide stuff like that. I don't, because I want them to know that if that's all they're going to do, they ain't going to make nothing. Actually, they probably be paying more than they should. So I let them know this. And then it does have the commission on there. It talks about 20 all the way up to 50%. And it also says you earn 20% on fixed earnings or diamond symbol products, examples, Bally bras, curves, blah, blah, blah. All that is on here, and you guys are going to see that. Then the next day, it's the next day. The next page, it says placing your orders. Orders are placed every 2 weeks and need to be placed by 11:59 p.m. on your order date. It is okay to place the order the night before. I let them know that. Your order day depends on your representative processing schedule, your RPS. And I say you can find your RPS or ordering schedule. I tell them where it's at, guys, and all this is on here. But then I add your mail plan is RPS 8. So wherever they are, and you can find all that out under the leadership tab, under the recruiting, blah, blah, blah. All this is there. When you know, and by the way, you can just go to downline manager once they make it on there the next day, and all this information is under their profile. I tell them what they need to look for. Do you know why? They're new. They don't know this if you don't tell them. You want to get irritated with them when they want to call you with 160 questions. But if you answer some of them with the information you give them, then they know what to look for. I go on to say, keep your store open at all times with your brochures. To invest in your business, you will need to purchase your most important business tool every campaign, your brochures. After all, this is your store. Keep in mind, you are ordering brochures for two campaigns ahead of the one you started in. Then I say brochures are ordered in packs of 10, not individually. Do you know why we say that? Because they don't always know that. People go, oh my gosh, but Molly, no, 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 no. Remember, stop thinking about what you know and start thinking about what you didn't know. And start thinking about if you had complete amnesia about Avon and how this works. What information would they need to stay on track, to be successful, to not get so frustrated? That's a big one. Do you know how many representatives that before Avon put the little thing up there that said, and they're helping us out now, that said you're ordering, 100 brochures or 1,000 brochures because they thought if they wanted 50 brochures, they needed to order 50 and they got 500 and they would start freaking out about it when they got them. So